you're looking to dive into topics on how to live a happier, healthier, more fit, and long lifespan, then you've come to the right podcast. Livin the Dream with me, Coach Damian Evans. Together, we will explore the topics on all things health, fitness, and wellness. Together, we will be lifelong learners on this journey to living the ultimate dream. What up, Dream Team? Coach D here, coming at you from beautiful sunny San Diego, and welcome back to the Livin the Dream podcast, where we kickstart your week off with the right mindset to conquer your goals and to live your dream life. And today we're going to be doing a part 2 continuation of last Monday's Mindset Monday on the top 10 rules for life. I have this folder in my phone that I called Rules for Life, and as I encountered learning situations in my life, I wrote down what I learned, wrote down a rule, a life rule based on what I learned, and then as I started this list, I changed some words. I continued to fine-tune little tiny changes here and there, and I wanted this to be a list of rules that if I were to teach my kids how to achieve their full potential, this is the list that I would start with. So here we go. We're going to continue on with the top 10 rules for life. Last week, number 1, do what works for you. Number 2, if you don't use it, you will lose it. Number 3, do the hard thing. Lean into resistance. Everything you want is on the other side of hard. Number 4, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Number 5, how you do anything is how you do everything. And we're going to continue on with 6 through 10 here. So jumping right into it. Number 6 on my top 10 rules for life is movement is life, motion is lotion, fitness is medicine. Movement is life, motion is lotion, and fitness is medicine. Sedentary behavior and physical inactivity can lead to a myriad of health issues. We see it right now: obesity, cardiovascular disease, and decreased mobility and quality of life. Regular physical activity and exercise, this promotes physical and mental well-being. It enhances cardiovascular health, strength, flexibility, even mood and cognitive function. This all leads to a longer, healthier, and more vibrant life. Imagine a person who leads a sedentary lifestyle, spending most of their time sitting at a desk or on the couch. 93% of their life lived inside. As a result, they experience things like weight gain, muscle loss, declining physical and mental health. However, when they incorporate regular exercise into their routine, they experience increased energy, improved mood, and better overall health. When it comes to your health, you have to prioritize regular physical activity. It is a must. Movement is life, motion is lotion, and fitness is medicine. All of these things right here, they are essential components of a healthy lifestyle. Recognizing that exercise improves your cardiovascular health, it helps to strengthen muscles that atrophy as we get older, bones that deteriorate with osteoporosis as we get older, and supports mental well-being and stops that cognitive decline that we see in people with things like Alzheimer's. Whether it's engaging in structured workouts, incorporating daily movement breaks into your day-to-day routine, or just pursuing recreational activities for fun. This is what it's all about. Your fitness, you have to view your fitness as a holistic endeavor that encompasses not just one component, but encompasses all components like strength, endurance, flexibility, mobility. Recognizing that a balanced approach to training enhances overall physical performance and, of course, reduces the risk of injury, whether it's incorporating strength training into your routine, going to the gym and lifting weights, or cardiovascular exercise like jogging or rucking, or fun things like Zumba or roller skating. All of these things like flexibility work, so doing yin yoga at night, or mobility drills that you can put into your warm-up routine before you do any of these things. So important. Movement is life, motion is lotion, fitness is medicine. Even when it comes to things like nutrition, fueling your body with nutrient-dense foods that support optimal health and performance, recognizing that proper nutrition provides the energy and nutrients needed for physical activity, needed for recovery, things like protein and amino acids. And whether it's prioritizing whole foods or make sure that you're getting balanced macronutrients like enough protein or enough carbohydrates to fuel your high intensity activity or enough fats to fuel your low intensity activity, or even things like just staying hydrated. Nutrition helps with this. When it comes to your social relationships, cultivating supportive relationships and social connections that promote physical activity and well-being are huge here. Recognizing that exercising with friends or participating in group activities can enhance your motivation to make sure that you maintain movement in your life. They help you with accountability and enjoyment of the physical activity that you're doing. Whether it's joining a fitness class or a sports team or a pickleball league or a walking or hiking or rucking group, social relationships are going to be super important when it comes to keeping movement in your life. When it comes to your longevity, adopt a proactive approach to health and wellness by incorporating regular exercise and physical activity into your daily routine, recognizing that staying active as you age supports longevity, it supports independence, it supports your better quality of life, whether it's engaging in activities that promotes things like balance, because we lose balance as we get older, coordination, your agility, your ability to be able to catch yourself if you trip, or practicing relaxation techniques to manage stress and promote relaxation. These things are all going to be so important towards your longevity. And when it comes to like business or success, recognize that the link between your physical fitness and your professional success is so important. Acknowledging that when you exercise regularly, this improves not only your cognitive function, it enhances your productivity at work when you feel better. It reduces the stress that comes from work, whether it's scheduling time for workouts when it's really, really hard to during your busy work week, when it's incorporating movement breaks into your workday, like breaking up every 60 to 90 minutes with tiny movement snacks, or just prioritizing self-care to maintain peak performance so you find that balance in life. Regular physical activity is essential for overall well-being. Motion is lotion. Motion promotes joint health. So if you have pain in your joints, if you're achy all the time, motion promotes joint health and flexibility. There are countless examples of individuals improving their health through movement. I've had a client before, a middle-aged office worker who struggled with weight gain and chronic back pain due to his sedentary lifestyle, and he was determined to make a change. He started incorporating regular movement into his daily routine. He began by taking short walks during his lunch break and gradually increased the duration and the intensity of his workouts over time. And as a result, he not only shed excess weight and body fat, but also experienced significant improvement in his back pain and his overall well-being and his mood. Movement transformed his life, allowing him to reclaim his health and his vitality. Another client of mine, she was a busy mother of two, found herself feeling exhausted and out of shape after years of prioritizing her family's needs over her own, and she was just determined to prioritize her own health. She took the time, she actually planned and started to carve out time for her daily exercise, even though she was extremely busy. Even if it meant waking up a little bit early or squeezing in a workout during her children's activities, through her consistent effort and dedication, she gradually built up her strength, she built up her endurance, and eventually she started participating in tiny little half marathons or triathlon sprints, which are not tiny to me, but like just amazing when it came from where she started to where she got to. Not only did her fitness journey improve her physical health, but it also boosted her confidence and provided a positive example for her children. There are some practical tips for integrating movement into your daily life. Start small. Incorporate movement into your daily routine that doesn't have to be daunting. Just begin by setting achievable goals, such as taking short walks, maybe after each of your big meals, stretch breaks, maybe every 60 to 90 minutes while you're at your desk, or incorporating simple exercises into your day. Bodyweight exercises work fine here. All you have to do is start small and then gradually increase the duration and the intensity of your activities as your fitness level improves. You also want to find activities that you enjoy. Exploring different forms of movement to find activities that you genuinely enjoy will help you stay consistent, and that's where all your results will come. Dancing, swimming, hiking, practicing yoga. Choose something that brings you pleasure and that you look forward to. Number 3, make it convenient. Identify opportunities to sneak in movement throughout your day, such as taking the stairs instead of the elevators, parking as far away as you can instead of in the front, doing squats while you brush your teeth, doing mobility while you watch TV. Just look for creative ways to incorporate physical activity into your daily tasks and your errands so you don't have to take this whole block of time. It doesn't require a whole block of time like it's taking an hour out of your day to do this. You can sprinkle things in throughout your day. In fact, that's what life used to be like, and that's how life should be lived. That's how we evolved to live. Number 4, you have to schedule regular workouts. You have to treat exercise like any other appointment on your calendar. It is just as important of an investment. Choose specific days and times that work best for your schedule and treat your workouts as non-negotiable commitments. And then definitely mix it up, prevent boredom, and keep your workouts engaging by incorporating a variety of things into your routine. Maybe you alternate between different types of activities such as cardio, strength training, flexibility, recreational sports, target different muscle groups, and all of this will help you prevent plateaus and prevent boredom. And then just make sure you stay consistent. Consistency is key. It's not about short-term intensity, it's about long-term consistency. A great quote from John Rady about this rule for life is, exercise is the single best thing that you can do for your brain in terms of mood, memory, and learning. So movement is life, motion is lotion, and fitness is medicine. Rule number 6. Okay, let's move on. Rule number 7. Rule number 7, delay gratification. In order for it to last, it takes time. Delay gratification. In order for it to last, it takes time. Succumbing to instant gratification can lead to impulsive decisions, short-term pleasure, and long-term consequences, such as debt, addiction, and unfulfilled goals and aspirations. Yet, practicing delayed gratification, this builds patience, it builds discipline and resilience, enabling you to prioritize long-term goals and values over immediate desires. This leads to greater success, greater life fulfillment, and well-being in the long run. Think about someone who struggles with impulse control and indulges in unhealthy behaviors, instant gratification, such as overspending or overeating, just to satisfy those immediate cravings. By learning to delay gratification and make conscious choices aligned with whatever that person's long-term goals are, then they can experience greater financial stability, greater health, and greater happiness. When it comes to health, you have to practice patience and persistence in your health journey, recognizing that sustainable results, they are going to require consistent effort over time. Whether it's setting realistic goals, focusing on long-term progress rather than quick fixes or 30-day weight loss challenges or anything like that, celebrating small victories along the way is going to be really important here. When it comes to your fitness, embrace the process of gradual improvement and progression in your fitness endeavors, recognizing your strength as it slowly improves, your endurance as you're able to go further and further, or your skill development that takes time to develop, your form on a clean and press, your form as you run, your skill of doing something like a new Zumba dance or pickleball or a sport like that. Whether it's following a structured training program, gradually increase your workout intensity or master new movements and techniques in order to find this fitness delayed gratification. In order to last, it takes time, especially in fitness. With nutrition, Adopt a balanced and sustainable approach to eating that emphasizes whole, nutrient-dense foods and mindful eating habits. Recognizing that lasting changes in your body composition, your body fat, your muscle mass, and any health outcomes, this requires patience. It requires persistence and consistency, whether it's practicing portion control, listening to hunger and fullness cues, or just making gradual dietary adjustments. I was having this conversation with a coach. I was talking about how people think that when they fluctuate these pounds up and down on a daily basis, that they're losing actual body fat and actual muscle tissue. I was like, do you think about how long it takes to create actual muscle tissue, to put food into your body, have it broken down, and then the body somehow just takes all those building blocks and rebuilds this structure in your body to become you. That is a process that takes time. When I look at a person, I'm looking at protein that has been eaten for years and years and years. Your body turns over. I think the stat was every 7 years, your body is almost a completely new body. But it took 7 years to do that. So does that mean that the decisions that you were making 7 years ago is having an impact on you today? I would argue, heck yes, that is the fact. So things take time. These instant gratification weight loss programs, or maybe when you have something like an autoimmune issue, a short-term, really, really big fix can actually help, but it's going to require you to maintain that for a long period of time. So we got to stop thinking in these short chunks when it comes to the big picture. And then, of course, taking that big picture and cutting them down into smaller efforts so that you can hit these milestones along the way. So there's definitely this mindset shift that needs to be made. When it comes to social relationships, investing time and effort into nurturing meaningful relationships and building trust and rapport with others, this takes time. Recognizing that strong connections and bonds are cultivated over time through shared experiences and open communication and mutual respect, whether it's prioritizing quality time with loved ones, actively listening and empathizing with those that come to you in your life, or showing appreciation and gratitude to those that mean something to you. In order to last, it takes time. Social relationships for sure. When it comes to your longevity, adopt a proactive approach to health and wellness by prioritizing preventative measures and healthy lifestyle habits that promote longevity and vitality, and recognize that the choices you make today impact your future health, your future well-being, whether it's maintaining regular checkups and screenings with your doctor, staying physically active and mentally engaged, or making informed decisions about your health. If you're looking for longevity, it starts now. It takes time. In your business or in your success, focus on long-term goals and objectives in your personal endeavors, and recognize that sustainable success is built on a foundation of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. You have to fail to succeed, and in order for you to succeed, it's going to take time. It's not going to be easy, whether it's setting realistic timelines and milestones for your success, or it's staying focused on your vision despite setbacks and challenges, or learning from your failures and adapting your strategy accordingly. Patience is the key for long-term success in your business or professional life. And we know this to our core. Delaying rewards, it leads to greater fulfillment. I had a client who was an entrepreneur, had a brilliant business idea, but knew that building a successful company, it was going to require time, effort, and sacrifice. And instead of seeking this instant gratification, she embraced delayed gratification, and she invested countless hours into refining her business plan, into networking with industry professionals, and securing funding for her idea. Despite facing numerous setbacks and challenges along the way, she remained steadfast in her commitment to her long-term vision. And yes, years later, her perseverance paid off when her startup finally gained traction, attracting investors and customers. Through this delayed gratification, she not only achieved her entrepreneurial dreams, but also built a sustainable business with lasting success. Think about a high school student with dreams of attending a top university, knowing that achieving academic success would require discipline and perseverance. And instead of just succumbing to the temptation of short-term rewards, such as I'm going to procrastinate, I'm going to go out and I'm going to socialize, this student commits themselves to a rigorous study schedule and prioritizes long-term goals. And while the peers are enjoying their leisurely activities, their immediate gratification, they're going out and they're partying, they dedicate themselves to the studies, sacrificing short-term pleasure for the promises of future success. You know that student's hard work and dedication will pay off when they receive acceptance letters from prestigious universities, fulfilling aspirations and opening doors to all sorts of new opportunities just because you delayed a little bit of instant gratification. There are some techniques here that help with managing impulses and staying focused on long-term goals. Number one, set clear goals. Define specific and achievable goals that align with your long-term aspirations, and then break them down into smaller, more manageable tasks. Number two, practice self-control. The more you practice it, it's just like a muscle. The more you strengthen it, develop strategies for managing impulses and resisting immediate gratification. When you're faced with temptations such as indulging in unhealthy habits or procrastinating on important tasks, just pause, remind yourself of your long-term goals, and practice self-discipline by implementing techniques like mindfulness meditation, deep breathing exercises, or visualization to regain control over your actions and impulses. Number three, create accountability. Surround yourself with supportive individuals who can help hold you accountable to your long-term goals, and just share your aspirations with friends, family members. Consider joining a support group or an online community to help stay motivated and accountable to your commitments. Number four, reward progress. Acknowledge and celebrate your milestones, your small achievements along the way, no matter how small. Number five, visualize your success. Constantly create this mental image of your desired outcomes and visualize yourself achieving your long-term goals. Use positive affirmations, vision boards, guided imagery techniques to reinforce your commitment and stay focused on your aspirations. A really great quote for this rule for life is, don't give up what you want most for what you want now. Don't give up what you want most for what you want now. Delay gratification. In order for it to last, it will take time. All right, next rule. Rule number 8. Do the best you can when you can. Do the best you can when you can. Perfectionism and self-criticism, this can lead to unrealistic expectations. It can lead to procrastination. It can lead to feelings of inadequacy. And all of this can prevent you from taking action and making progress towards your goals. So perfectionism isn't what we're looking for here. Embracing a mindset of progress over perfection, this encourages 1, self-compassion, 2, resilience, and also 3, continuous improvement, allowing you to take consistent action and make meaningful progress towards your goals, regardless of setbacks or challenges. Imagine a perfectionist who constantly puts off tasks or projects just because they fear failure or they fear criticism. If this person could just adopt a mindset of doing their best in the present moment, they can overcome perfectionism and take action. This could build momentum, breeds more momentum, and leading to greater productivity and accomplishment. And eventually you're going to get to where you need to be. Just do the best you can when you can. When it comes to your health, embrace flexibility and adaptability in your health journey by recognizing that life is unpredictable and circumstances may change. Whether it's adjusting your workout routine to accommodate a busy schedule, whether it's making healthy food choices when dining out or traveling, whether it's finding creative ways to stay active and prioritize self-care, your health, do the best you can when you can. When it comes to your fitness, approach your workouts with intention and effort, recognizing that consistency and effort are way more important than perfection. Whether it's giving your best effort in each training session, modifying exercises to suit your current abilities and where your limitations are right now, or focusing on progress rather than comparing yourself to others. There's a really great quote from the guys at Mind Pump that say, a perfect program done inconsistently is way worse than an imperfect program done consistently. So don't worry about getting the perfect program. Don't worry about all this stuff. Just worry about doing the best you can when you can. Be consistent with your fitness. Nutrition is the same way. Make informed and mindful choices about your food intake. But you don't have to be perfect. You have to do what works for you. Rule number 1, recognizing that dietary perfection is not realistic. It's not sustainable. Whether it's aiming for a balance and moderation in your eating habits, or it's just practicing portion control, it's practicing mindful eating and not being distracted when you're eating, or actually enjoying the food that you're eating without shoveling the next spoonful into your mouth before you've even swallowed. Or maybe it's making healthier choices when possible while still enjoying the occasional treats that life has to offer. Do what works for you. Yes, nutrition, but rule number 8, do the best you can with your nutrition when you can. When it comes to your social health and your relationships, prioritize quality over quantity. Yeah, we all know about social media and having thousands or maybe even millions of followers, but these are not quality. These are the quality are the people that you can call when you're in trouble, and they have a shoulder to cry on when you're in need. Recognizing that meaningful connections and genuine gestures have a greater impact than superficial gestures or grand gestures, whether it's reaching out to offer support or encouragement to those you see doing things well, or expressing gratitude and appreciation for the ones in your life that you're grateful for, or simply being present and attentive to your interactions when you're in your day-to-day conversations and not being distracted when someone's talking to you, actually being present in that conversation. Do the best you can with your social relationships when you can. When it comes to your longevity, focusing on building resilience and adaptability to navigate all of life's challenges and uncertainties, recognizing that the ability to bounce back from setbacks and maintain a positive outlook, this is going to be essential for your long-term longevity. Whether it's practicing self-care or stress management techniques, seeking support from loved ones, or finding meaning and purpose in difficult circumstances, this is so important when it comes to your longevity. When it comes to your business or success, embrace a growth mindset and a willingness to learn and grow from your experiences. Recognizing that progress and success are not linear and may require patience and persistence, whether it's setting realistic expectations and goals for your business, seeking feedback and guidance from mentors or colleagues that are doing it well in the same category, or seizing opportunities for personal and professional development when you can. If you think that you know it all and you've stopped learning, you're putting yourself in a rut, and a rut looks a whole lot like a grave. When you're in a grave, you are not living. Embrace progress over perfection. Seek constant lifelong learning, and do the best you can when you can. Adaptability is going to be so crucial in navigating life's challenges. Some strategies here for maintaining resilience and resourcefulness when it comes to this rule for life is to, number 1, cultivate a growth mindset. Adopt a mindset that views challenges and setbacks as opportunities for growth and learning. Embrace the belief that your abilities and skills can be developed. They can be improved through effort and perseverance rather than just fixed traits. The fixed trait that you'll always have, you'll never be any smarter, you'll never be any more creative, you'll never be any more artistic. That is a fixed mindset. We're looking for a growth mindset. Focus on solutions rather than dwelling on problems. Number 2, practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself during difficult times and acknowledge that it's okay to struggle or make mistakes. We all do it. Number 3, seek support. Reach out to friends, family members, mentors, or support groups. Number 4, focus on solutions instead of dwelling on problems or obstacles. And number 5, celebrate progress. There's a lot of common themes here because it's so true and so important. A great quote for this rule for life is progress, not perfection. Progress, not perfection. Do the best you can when you can. Rule number 9. Rule number 9 is the poison is in the dose. The poison is in the dose. Excessive consumption or exposure to certain substances or even behaviors can lead to addiction, toxicity, and or negative health consequences, undermining your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Practicing moderation and balance promotes health, longevity, and well-being. This allows you to enjoy life's pleasures without succumbing to harmful excess or imbalance, leading to greater vitality and fulfillment. If you think about someone who indulges in excessive drinking or excessive overeating, all of that is going to lead to negative health effects and impaired judgment. By moderating their consumption and adopting healthier habits, they can reclaim control over their health and well-being. Think about someone who overuses social media, pornography, any kind of, even exercise could be used as a coping mechanism, which is kind of where I am right now. Like, I know that I have an excessive behavior towards movement and exercise and physical activity, and everything is on a spectrum. The poison is in the dose, and even something as good for you as exercise, when taken too far, can definitely be a negative aspect of your life. When it comes to your health, be mindful of the balance between beneficial and harmful substances in your lifestyle choices, recognizing that moderation is key to avoiding negative health consequences, whether it's consuming alcohol, consuming caffeine, or other substances in moderation, or being cautious with things like medications, or even like supplements, things that you can buy in the store can still be potentially negative when it comes to the side effects. When it comes to your fitness, avoid overtraining and excessive strain on your body. Make sure that you listen to your body's signals, recognizing that pushing yourself beyond your limits can lead to, injury, burnout, health issues. It's all about allowing the adequate rest and recovery between workouts. We know this. Exercise is a stress to the body, and when you let it recover from that stress, it gets bigger, better, stronger. So it's all about the poison is in the dose. Nutrition, same kind of thing. Practice moderation and portion control in your dietary choices. Just because someone says something is a superfood, or because this food in high amounts is really bad for you, doesn't mean that in a bigger or smaller quantity, it couldn't be great. It couldn't be good for you. Maybe it's limiting your intake of sugar or processed foods and salt or sodium that comes in those processed foods, or balancing your macronutrient intake to meet your nutritional needs without excess. Practice moderation and portion control and mindful eating. When it comes to your social relationships, maintain healthy boundaries and limits in your interactions with others, because recognizing that overcommitting or overextending yourself, this is going to lead to stress. It's going to lead to resentment and burnout. And whether it's setting boundaries around your time, your energy, your emotional resources, or just saying no to requests or demands, that's going to align better with your priorities and your values. You have to make sure you find the balance and make sure that the poison is in the dose. You could go way too far when it comes to overcommitting or overextending, or maybe being on the other side of the pendulum and being a hermit in your room and never going out and never doing anything social. The poison is in the dose. Find balance. When it comes to your longevity, prioritize balance and moderation in your lifestyle choices, things that will support your overall well-being, recognizing that extremes in your diet, extremes in your exercise, or extremes in your behaviors can have negative consequences on your health and quality of life in the long run. Whether it's finding a sustainable approach to health and wellness that encompasses physical, mental, and emotional well-being, or avoiding excess stress, strain, or risk factors that may compromise your long-term health. Super important. The poison is in the dose with your longevity. And even in your business, your success, avoid extremes in your professional pursuits and decision-making, recognizing that it's excessive risk-taking, overworking, or perfectionism, this is going to lead to burnout, failure, or other negative outcomes. Whether it's setting realistic goals and expectations and prioritizing work-life balance, or seeking support and guidance from mentors or colleagues, moderation is essential for your business and your success. Excessiveness can lead to negative consequences. We know this. There's A person that I worked with who was a really dedicated professional. She prided herself on her work ethic and committed to her career, and she regularly worked super long hours. She sacrificed her personal time, she neglected her physical and her mental well-being, all in pursuit of her professional success. Initially, her hard work seemed to pay off, and she received promotions and accolades for all of her achievements. But over time, this relentless pace took its toll on her health, and it took its toll on her relationships and her family. She experienced chronic stress, burnout, strained relationships, family, friends, all of this stuff due to her constant focus on work. Despite her great achievements up front, she realized that her overindulgence in work had led to a diminished quality of life and a sense of emptiness. That's not what life is all about. Through introspection and self-care, she learned that she needed to prioritize her well-being and set healthier boundaries in order to prevent future burnout. Something that's really, really front of mind, I'm reading a book right now called Stolen Focus by Johann Hari, and it's all about the pitfalls of excessive social media use. And there's a story about a college student found themselves spending countless hours scrolling through social media feeds, seeking validation and connection from just their online interactions, their online quote unquote friends and followers. And initially, this social media provided this person with a sense of belonging and entertainment. But over time, the usage became so excessive and so compulsive. He found himself comparing his life to carefully curated images and posts that were probably photoshopped or doctored, leading to feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem. That person's overindulgence in social media not only affected the mental health of this person, but also detracted from his academic performances, his real life relationships. It ruined his whole life for a moment. Recognizing the negative impacts of this bad habit, that person took some steps that not everyone takes, but he did take steps to limit social media use, set boundaries around screen time, and prioritize activities that actually brought him genuine fulfillment and joy. It's all about the dose. You can let the tool use you, or you can use it as a tool. Some tips for finding balance and setting healthy boundaries is number one, know your limits. Take time to reflect on your priorities, take time to reflect on your values, and identify areas of your life where you may be overindulging. You may be neglecting important aspects, such as your health, your relationships, or your leisure activities. Recognize when you're approaching your limits and listen to your body. Listen to your mind's signals that it needs rest, it needs balance. Number two, practice self-awareness. This is huge. Pay attention to your thoughts, your feelings, your behaviors around specific various activities and indulgences. Notice how certain habits or behaviors actually make you feel and whether they align with your overall well-being and your goals. Number three, set boundaries. You have to establish clear boundaries and limits around activities or behaviors that tend to lead to overindulgence or negative consequences. I must turn the TV off at 9 p.m. because I know my bedtime is at 10 p.m. and I do not want to have screens on within an hour of bedtime. I need to be off of social media after 30 minutes of scrolling because I know I could scroll and scroll and scroll for hours and hours. Stuff like that. Set boundaries. Number four, practice moderation. Embrace the principle of moderation in all areas of life, including your work, your leisure, your relationships, anything that comes to your consumption. Balance is just like a muscle. Strive for balance by incorporating a variety of activities and experiences into your routine rather than just fixating on one aspect to the exclusion of all others. Five, seek support. There are people that are struggling with what you're struggling with out there, and they have gotten through it. They have done the dirty work. They have hit rock bottom, and you can learn from them. Find a support group, reach out to professionals or friends. Make sure that you find that balance and moderation. A quote for this rule, everything in moderation, including moderation. Everything in moderation, including moderation. Rule number 9, the poison is in the dose. And rule number 10, my last rule on my top 10 rules for life, is a mistake repeated more than once is a decision. Start a new streak after every setback and never miss twice. A mistake repeated more than once is a decision. Start a new streak after every setback and never miss twice. Repeating the same mistake without learning from it can lead to frustration and stagnation and missed opportunities for growth and improvement. This is going to perpetuate negative patterns and outcomes. But embracing setbacks as learning opportunities and committing to growth and resilience, this fosters self-awareness, adaptability, and personal development, enabling you to overcome obstacles and learn from your mistakes and achieve greater success and fulfillment in life. Imagine someone who repeatedly procrastinates on pursuing their goals or making positive changes in their life, leading to missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. Instead, this person should embrace each setback as a chance to learn and grow. As they develop this resilience and determination, eventually they will achieve their goal. When it comes to health, embrace the ebb and flow of your health journey, recognizing that progress is not always going to be linear and setbacks are a natural part of the process. Whether it's staying resilient and focused during challenging times or celebrating small victories and progress along the way. When it comes to your fitness, accept that there will always be ups and downs in your fitness journey. I've been doing this for so long, since I was an adolescent, and there are ups and downs and setbacks and challenges and injuries and huge accomplishments and busting through plateaus and it's a roller coaster. Recognizing that consistency and perseverance are the key to long-term success, whether it's staying committed to your training routine despite obstacles and setbacks or adjusting your goals and expectations as needed to stay motivated and engaged. It's just like when you put your money into the S&P 500. Yes, you'll have crashes. If you look at it on the day-to-day, you're like, what is happening? But if you look at it once a year and you look at it from 10 years from now, it always goes up. It's going to progress as long as you do not quit, as long as you learn from your mistakes and start a new streak every time you have a setback. Never miss twice. With your nutrition, understand that dietary habits and choices may vary from day to day. You're going to have those days that you eat birthday cake on special occasions. You're going to have those times when you go on vacation or on a cruise and you drink your weight in alcohol. And yeah, it's not great, but consistency and balance over time are what really matters most for overall health and well-being. Whether it's maintaining a healthy relationship with your food and not giving yourself these oh, I'm bad because I ate that food, or oh, I can never do this because I just don't have the self-control or the discipline. Like, stop. You just get back on that horse when you fall off. Focus on nourishing your body and get a better mindset with food. Embrace flexibility in your eating habits. Nutrient-dense whole foods while still enjoying the occasional indulgences. It's all about never missing twice. When it comes to your social relationships, navigate the ups and downs of relationships with grace and resilience, recognizing that conflicts and misunderstandings and challenges are opportunities for growth and learning, and they're inevitable. It's going to happen. Whether it's a communication issue, communicating openly or honestly with others, practicing empathy and understanding, or just forgiving yourself and others for mistakes or shortcomings that may have occurred. You make sure that if you made a mistake, you never make that mistake more than once. If you make that mistake more than once, it's a decision. Start a new streak, never miss twice. When it comes to your longevity, keep perspective on the journey of life and the inevitable highs and lows that come with it, recognizing that resilience, adaptability, and positive mindset are essential for navigating this challenging life that has setbacks and obstacles. Whether it's maintaining a sense of optimism and hope during difficult times, or seeking support from loved ones and community resources to weather life's storms. Why do you think that anytime anyone asks me how I'm doing, I say I'm living the dream, because I'm manifesting the life that I want to live. And living the dream, to me, it encompasses all of the things that we talk about on this podcast. And when someone asks me how I'm doing and I say living the dream to them, I'm not saying it sarcastically. I'm saying it to remind me of all the things that we talk about in this podcast. When it comes to business and success, stay focused on the long-term vision and the goals despite temporary setbacks or obstacles, recognizing that success is not determined by the individual moments or the individual outcomes, but by the cumulative effect of all of your efforts and all of your choices over time. Whether it's staying resilient and resourceful in the face of challenges and setbacks that you didn't see coming, or maintaining a growth mindset and a willingness to learn and adapt along the way, you have to accept the ebb and the flow of life's journey. Focus on long-term trends rather than those daily fluctuations. We've heard of the anecdotes illustrating the importance of persistence and resilience. Thomas Edison's light bulb. He had this journey to inventing the electric light bulb. It is a testament of the power of persistence. After numerous failed attempts, Edison famously remarked, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His unwavering determination eventually led to success, forever changing the course of history of all of our lives. J.K. Rowling's rejections. Before becoming one of the most successful authors of our time, J.K. Rowling faced rejection after rejection for her Harry Potter manuscript. Despite being turned down by multiple publishers, Rowling refused to give up on her dream. Her resilience paid off when Bloomsbury finally took a chance on her work, launching a literary phenomenon that captivated millions worldwide. Michael Jordan's basketball career. Widely regarded as the greatest basketball player of all time, Michael Jordan faced numerous setbacks throughout his career. From being cut from his high school basketball team to facing fierce competition in the NBA, Jordan encountered countless obstacles along the way. However, his relentless work ethic and unwavering determination propelled him to greatness, leading the Chicago Bulls to 6 NBA championships. Some strategies for maintaining perspective during challenging times: focus on growth, practice gratitude, stay flexible, seek support, and maintain self-compassion. Focus on growth instead of dwelling on setbacks. Practice gratitude during difficult times. Take a moment to reflect on the things that you're grateful for in life. Stay flexible because life is unpredictable and setbacks are inevitable. And seek support. You can't do this alone. Alone you can go fast, but together we can go far. Maintain self-compassion. You have to be kind to yourself during these challenging times. And remember, setbacks are a natural part of life. Winston Churchill said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." It is the courage to continue that counts. Rule number 10, a mistake repeated more than once is a decision. Start a new streak after every setback and never miss twice. And as we wrap up today's episode, I really want to just leave you with this. Yeah, we've said it multiple times in this episode. Life is full of opportunities. Life is full of challenges, but it's how we navigate them that truly defines us. By embracing these 10 rules for life, for me, I am unlocking my full potential to create a life of purpose, fulfillment, and happiness. Remember, we have the power. You have the power to choose your path and shape your destiny. Each day is a new chance to live by these principles, to learn, to grow, and to become the best version of yourself. So as you go about your week, I encourage you to reflect on these rules and maybe how you can apply them to your life. And definitely reflect on what your possible rules for life would be. Take inspired action. Seize every opportunity and never lose sight of your goals. Together, let's make this world one of progress, positivity, and purpose. And that's it, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me on this Mindset Monday episode of the Livin the Dream podcast. Please share the knowledge that you gain with your friends and family and hold each other accountable. If you enjoyed this content, it helps a ton if you could post on your social media stories a screenshot of this episode with one takeaway that you learned, and make sure that you tag me and share your journey. Tag me at livinthedream_podcast or at coachdamian_SD. And let us know how this episode benefited you. Let us know what we missed. Let us know what we got wrong. Tell us your rules for life. We really want to know. Message us if you have any suggestions or tips that would help your Livin the Dream team that we can discuss on future episodes. I will be right here with you, working on making us stronger, happier, and healthier humans. Until next time, friends, keep living the dream.